my goodness.
What?
There was an animal living in here. Look at this, I found like corn. I found like the bird feed. I think you guys can see this right now. There's literally like bird feed in here. That's so funny. Dang, these fuel lines are crusty. So as I showed you guys, this is steel braided fuel line. Now you might be wondering, with an engine that needs to be built and put in the car and tuned and machined and assembled and all that to do, why am I spending time doing this? Well, there's a couple reasons. I'm gonna take you under the car in a second to show you, but my current fuel lines are like rusted out, pretty much. They're about to start leaking, they're so rusted out. I'm trying to get the engine bay and like everything else completely ready to go and done so that when it's time to do the motor stuff, I can focus solely on the motor stuff and then everything is gonna be ready to go so I can just drop the motor in. Another reason that I'm doing this is because this line that I'm installing and this return line, so this is the feed and this is the return line, this one will be responsible for the fuel pump pumping the fuel from the tank to the engine, and then whatever fuel doesn't get used inside the fuel rail will go back through this line and back to the gas tank. So it's like a loop. All of this line is E85 rated, so I can run E85. Hey, stop barking. I can run E85 with these lines, which is awesome, because I know that once I get this motor built and everything put in, I'm gonna wanna do something else to this car. And that's a fantastic place for me to start with something else to do once this project's done. It'd be really fun to try to get this thing running E85. So while I have the motor out of the car, while this is easily serviceable, I'm gonna take care of this fuel line job. And there's one last reason why I got this fuel line. Mark from 16 Motorsports hooked me up with a fantastic deal. If you guys are interested in doing this job and you want to swap out your fuel lines with some steel braided lines, some E85 rated lines, please head over to www.valixracing.com. Link will be in the description, and use my coupon code BOOSTED5 for 5% off your purchase on anything on their entire store. Not just for fuel lines, for anything. With that being said, huge thank you to Mark from 16 Motorsports for hooking me up with all these fantastic deals. I really do appreciate you, and this project would not be going nearly as fast as it is without your help, so thank you very much. With that being said, I've already disconnected the current lines. I just have to now go under the car and cut out a small section of them. I haven't decided if I'm going to cut out the entire line yet, but you guys will see in a second what I choose to do. So I'm gonna climb under the car now and do the part of the job that I'm really not looking forward to, and that is figuring out what to do with the old lines.
Oh shit. So I bent my return line like the slightest bit and it literally just broke. My return line literally just broke. Alright, I'm gonna just cut my feed line and I bet a bunch of gas is gonna come out of it. Can I unbolt it? Alright, here's Boosted John's YouTuber mechanic tip for the day. Do not cut fuel lines using an angle grinder. Also, put a towel down before you cut your fuel lines in your driveway. Also,
Too late.
replace your fuel lines, because they probably look like mine. And use my coupon code BOOSTED5 on valixracing.com. Can they see?
Screwed in the line like pretty loosely, just for now, so that I can run the line. I also have both lines like run underneath the car all the way up to the front. Now I'm gonna come up here and cut out this old hard line and this old nasty return line, and I'm gonna go ahead and feed the new ones up through the little space between the subframe. Jesus, why is it so windy?
Your girlfriend's telling you no. Your dad's telling you no. Your wallet's telling you no. But your heart telling you yes.
Oh, God. Alright guys, routing these lines actually went super well. It was super easy to do. I just have to zip tie them up to the bottom of the car. So I'm gonna do that really quick. I'll show you guys when I'm done. It's just something where I gotta hurry this up a little bit because I gotta be at work pretty soon. So I'm gonna just finish off the job and I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. Like I said, it's just zip tying some stuff, so. All right guys, so I'm pretty much done here. I ran the fuel feed behind the steering rack. I'm gonna keep it pressed against the firewall as much as I possibly can when I officially install it with the motor. Fuel return is right here. It's gonna come up to the fuel rail, like somewhere right here. And then I zip tied, I left all the old lines and I just zip tied the new lines to the old lines. This is like a semi-permanent solution. I'm gonna use something better than just like these zip ties at some point, but this is just for now. When it comes to the routing, I went through a small gap in the subframe. You guys can kind of just see where this is. There's this thing that kind of holds all the lines, and then I just went directly to the right of it. If you're looking from the back of the car towards the front, I went to the right of it, and it just went right through the subframe. And that's the route I took. That really was not too bad of a job considering the weather is like super. What is up with my hair right now? The weather is super nice today. Working outside was awesome. I got to take my time. I'm just enjoying the weather and just working on the car, and that's what it's all about. It was a great day. So I'm glad that I got this job done and the lines installed.